With Doubtnut, get instant video solutions to all your maths, physics, chemistry, and biology doubts. Just click the image of the question, crop the question, and get instant video solution. Download Doubtnut app today.
Hello, so question says this, the purest form of commercial iron is, right? So we have to tell the purest form of commercial iron, right? So options are wrought iron, option B is cast iron, option C is pig iron, and option D is iron scrap plus pig iron, right? So let's try to solve this question, right? So as we have iron, right? So we have iron, right? So as there are a different form of iron, right? So one is wrought iron, right? One form is wrought iron, right? So the one form of iron is wrought iron, and another form is, you can say this is cast iron, right? So cast iron, there are the different forms of iron, right? And another form is pig iron, right? So another form is pig iron, right? And one more form is that is iron scrap, right? So this is iron scrap, right? So I can write here this is iron scrap, right? So this is iron scrap, right? So here on the basis of carbon content, I can tell the purity of the iron, right? So this I can tell the purity of this iron, right? So as the more is the carbon content in the iron, so the more you can say the purity will decrease, right? So I can write here as this is the carbon content. So I can write here this is carbon content, right? So this is carbon content. So I can write here this is carbon content, right? So in the case of wrought iron, the carbon content is less than 0.1%, right? So in the case of wrought iron, the carbon content is less than 0.1%, right? And but in the case of cast iron, right? But in the case of cast iron, the carbon content is approximately greater than 2%, right? And in the case of pig iron, it is approximately 3.5%, right? So 3.5% to 4.5%, right? So 3.5% to 4.5%, right? So this is 4.5%, right? And you know that the iron scrap, right? So the iron scrap actually is the waste materials of the wrought iron. So right, so this is suitable for the reworking, right? So this is suitable for the reworking, right? So here you can see this, the carbon content is less in the case of wrought iron, right? So here you can see that there is a more, this is the more purest form of iron, that is commercial iron, right? So because there is a less carbon content, right? So you can see here there is a less carbon content, and which is approximately less than 0.1%, right? So and in the case of cast iron and the pig iron, the more carbon content is in the case of pig iron, right? So there will be, I can say, the more impurity of carbon in this iron, right? So I can say this is the impure carbon, right? So most impure form of iron, right? So but in the case of wrought iron, this is the purest form because there is a low carbon content, right? So on the basis of this data, I can say this, the purest form of commercial iron will be the wrought iron, right? So in this way, I can say the option A will be the correct answer, right? And option B, C, and D will be the wrong answer, because in the option D here it is said that the iron scrap plus pig iron, right? So but here the iron scrap actually is you can say it is a waste material of the wrought iron, right? And the pig iron waste material for the wrought iron, and the pig iron, right? So pig iron, as you know, that pig iron is a carbon content is 3.5%, right? So that I can say these are the waste, or you can say the impure form of iron, right? So they are not the purest form, right? So the purest form of the iron will be the wrought iron, in which the carbon content is very low, right? So in this way, I can say this, the purest form of commercial carbon will be the wrought iron, right? So option A will be the correct answer, right? So hope this answered your question. So thank you.
For class 6 to 12, IIT JEE and NEET level. Trusted by more than 5 crore students. Download Doubtnut app today.